What brought you in here today?
Did you do what you're accused of?
Do you have anything to say to the family or the family of the victim?
Do you have anything to say to the community? To your family? Do you have anything to say? Anything you want to say?
Said everything that I need, so thank you.
Now's your chance to speak your mind. What are you feeling?
This is your final chance. Do you have anything else you want to add? Do you have anything to say to the victim's family?
1, 2, 3. We love you.
A 33-year-old mother of 6 reached out to a friend in distress during the late hours of December 4, 2025. That friend had no idea that the call would set off a desperate search through the streets of Beaumont, Texas. Her friend immediately checked their shared location data and contacted authorities, but when police arrived at the address shown on the app, Laquanta Edwards was already gone. What investigators uncovered about that night revealed a web of deception, history of violence, and a system that had given someone a second chance they never should have received. This is Crime on Buzz. Before we get started, leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you won't miss out on cases like this. Born in Houston, Texas on June 3, 1992, Laquanta Edwards built a life defined by determination and hustle. After graduating from CE, King High School, she pursued further education at HCC School of Continuing Education, constantly working to improve herself and create opportunities. In April 2019, she secured a position as a corrections officer with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, a role she maintained for several years. Her work history also included time at Houston's Intercontinental Airport. But Laquanta wasn't just about clocking in and out of jobs within the system. She had entrepreneurial dreams she was actively pursuing. As the owner of Gemini Closets and a digital creator, she was building something of her own, carving out her own lane in the business world. What defined Laquanta most was her role as a mother to 6 children, with her youngest being barely a year old. Those who knew her well described a woman who prioritized quality time with her kids, created special moments and memories, and showed up consistently.
Hey, birthday girl. Your birthday coming?
Yeah,
How old you gonna be?
4.
Good job, big girl. When your birthday?
She wasn't just providing for them financially. She was present, involved, celebrating every milestone and making sure they knew they were loved. Late night on December 4, 2025, Laquanta placed a call to a friend, and something in her voice made it clear this wasn't a casual conversation. She needed assistance, and she needed it urgently. This friend and Laquanta had been using the iPhone's location sharing feature, which meant that when that distressing call came through, the friend could immediately pull up Laquanta's exact whereabouts. The location pin showed she was somewhere in the 2400 block of Ashley Avenue in Beaumont. Without hesitation, the friend contacted Beaumont Police Dispatch at approximately 11:45 p.m., relaying what Laquanta had said and providing the specific location data from the phone tracking. When police arrived in that neighborhood, they conducted a thorough search of the 2400 block of Ashley Avenue, checking every possible location where Laquanta might be. But despite their efforts, they found nothing. No sign of her, no indication of where she might have gone. The phone's location had led them there, but Laquanta herself seemed to have vanished. At 7:48 a.m., on December 5th, a passerby made a discovery along Front Drive near Tyrell Park Road. An unresponsive woman was found lying on the roadway. Emergency responders were called immediately, but when they arrived, there was nothing they could do. The woman had suffered severe injuries and was pronounced gone at the scene. The process of identifying her began, and investigators used the tattoos visible on her body to make a positive identification. The woman lying on that road was Laquanta Edwards, the same person who had desperately called her friend for help just hours earlier. With Laquanta's identity confirmed, detectives immediately began piecing together her final movements. They knew from the previous night's phone data that her last known location had been somewhere on Ashley Avenue, so that became the focus of their investigation. As investigators searched the Ashley Avenue area, they discovered Laquanta's vehicle parked in the 2300 block, not too far from where her phone signal had last been detected the night before. The car was processed as evidence and removed from the scene by a tow truck. But the most important information came when detectives examined the screenshot showing Laquanta's precise last phone location. The address was 2454 Ashley Avenue. When officers approached the residence and made their way to the rear of the property, they noticed something unsettling. There were clear signs in the back driveway and on the steps leading to the rear entrance that suggested something terrible had happened there. What they observed was concerning enough that investigators decided to enter the residence immediately to perform a welfare check. They needed to ensure no one inside was injured or in need of emergency assistance. What they found inside confirmed that this was absolutely a crime scene. Though no one was present when officers entered, it was apparent someone had been occupying the space. Investigators contacted the property's landlord to determine who had legal access to the duplex, and he provided one name: Thaddeus McCray.
Southeast Texas, I'm Cameron Burchett. Cladra has the night off. We begin with breaking updates after a woman's body was found this morning. The case covered 3 scenes today. The 6500 block of French Road near Terrell Park, where 33-year-old Laquanta Edwards' body was found. The 2300 block of Ashley Avenue, where her car was found. And a house down the block is where officers are still searching a home. Investigators say they found evidence a crime was committed there. That's where we find 12 News reporter Daniela Tabuada-Palau, who has the latest. Daniela.
Cameron, I'm along Ashley Avenue in the Oaks Historic District, where detectives have been inside the home behind me for hours, and here's what we know. Officers were dispatched south of Terrell Park around 7:47 a.m., followed by crime scene techs. Beaumont police say the victim was Laquanta Edwards, a 33-year-old woman. Jefferson County Precinct 6 Justice of the Peace Ranson Jones tells 12 News he pronounced her dead at the scene and ordered an autopsy. Police say they determined that Edwards was last seen in the 2400 block of Ashley Avenue. While in the area, police found her car. Just down the block, 12 News was there as officers raided an empty duplex around 11:20 a.m. Detectives say the duplex is where the victim was last located and that they were able to find evidence of a crime scene located inside and behind the home. Officers did say she did not live in the home, but neighbors said the home was empty for months and they were shocked.
Neighbors had reportedly been insisting the duplex had been vacant for months, yet the evidence clearly indicated recent activity inside. She revealed that Thaddeus had actually gone missing himself on December 4th, the same night Laquanta disappeared. When she finally managed to reach him on the phone, he claimed he'd been at his job. She also mentioned that when he eventually returned home, he was dressed in his work uniform and driving his white Honda Accord.
I'm really shocked because I would have never thought I would actually see something happen this close to my house. We picked this neighborhood because it felt safe and it felt like a beautiful neighborhood that I can raise my family in, and we wouldn't have to worry about anything.
Detectives followed up by contacting Thaddeus's employer directly to verify his timeline. What the employer told them didn't match his story at all. Thaddeus had been at work earlier that day, but he'd left his job several hours before the time he told his girlfriend he was still working. The investigation produced another critical piece of evidence. Through additional examination, they confirmed that Thaddeus had been physically present in the immediate area where Laquanta was discovered on Front Drive. With all this information compiled, detectives secured an arrest warrant for Thaddeus McCray on December 5th. The Beaumont Police Department's Special Assignment Unit located Thaddeus's vehicle at a residence on Euclid Street. Working in coordination with the Beaumont SWAT team, they made contact with him at that location. Thaddeus surrendered to law enforcement peacefully and was taken into custody without any complications.
Did you kill Laquanta Edwards?
What brought you in here today?
Did you do what you're accused of?
Do you have anything to say to the family or the family of the victim?
Do you have anything to say to the community? To your family? Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say to the family of the victim? Do you have anything to say to the public?
If you have anything to say, now's your chance.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Said everything that I need. So, thank you.
Now's your chance to speak your mind. What are you feeling?
This is your final chance. Do you have anything else you want to add? Do you have anything to say to the victim's family? Now.
34 years old Thaddeus McCray was an Ozan High School graduate who had shown promise as a football player. In 2010 and 2011, he reportedly played for West Texas A&M, located in Canyon, Texas. But Thaddeus's past included serious criminal behavior. In 2021, he faced charges for aggravated misconduct involving a female victim. When the victim chose not to testify, prosecutors adjusted the charge to assault, and Thaddeus entered a guilty plea. The sentencing decision was controversial. The judge handed down 10 years of deferred probation. No prison sentence, no jail time, just probation with a clear expectation for him to not get into any more trouble for a decade. His criminal record already showed previous arrests for illegal possession, criminal trespassing, and other serious misconduct. By December 2025, Thaddeus was employed, maintained a relationship with his girlfriend, but was still only 4 years into that 10-year probation period when he was arrested in connection with Laquanta's passing. How Laquanta and Thaddeus knew each other remains unclear. There were speculations that they might have been romantically involved or dating, but nothing has been officially confirmed. The nature of their relationship and what circumstances brought them together on December 4th hasn't been made public. Following his arrest, Thaddeus was taken to Jefferson County Jail. On December 5th, he appeared before a magistrate. Judge Richard Hughes initially established a bond amount of $500,000. However, when additional information surfaced about Thaddeus's criminal background and his active probation status from the 2021 case, the bond was increased to $1 million. Remarkably, the same judge who had originally granted Thaddeus deferred probation back in 2021 raised the bond yet again, this time to $1.5 million. The bond conditions specified that if Thaddeus managed to post bail, he would be mandated to wear GPS monitoring and would be prohibited from leaving Jefferson County.
With an update to the death of a young mother, bond now set for the man charged with her murder. 34-year-old Thaddeus McCray is charged with murder in the stabbing death of 33-year-old Laquanta Edwards. Bond has now been set at $1.5 million. Bond was initially set at $500,000 earlier today by Magistrate Richard Hughes. However, Hughes says he received new information prompting him to raise it to $1 million. Judge Raquel West shortly after increasing bond to $1.5 million. McCray is ordered to wear a GPS monitor and remain in Jefferson County should he post bond. Police say Edwards was stabbed multiple times. She leaves behind 5 children. Friends tell us she was a wonderful mother, a hard worker who wanted to provide for her family, and they will miss her dearly. The man charged with taking her life, taken to Beaumont Police headquarters following his arrest. Detectives questioned Thaddeus McCray and then walked him down the steps of BPD headquarters for the ride to jail. Our cameras were there getting video of McCray and asking him if he had anything to say about the allegations to the victim's family or to his own family. He said nothing until the very end.
Do you have anything you want to say?
I said everything that I knew. So, thank you.
McCray indicating that he spoke with the police, but we don't know what he said. Officers say the arrest is important for the victim's family and their community.
Anytime you have an offense like this, you want to try and get justice as swift as possible. And with the awesome detective work of our detectives as well as our special assignment unit, we was able to bring justice and hopefully finish it out through the court system for the family.
KFDM obtained the probable cause affidavit for McCray's murder arrest from Justice of the Peace Ben Collins Sr. It indicates a friend of Edwards called police at around 11:45 Thursday night, saying Edwards called her asking for help. The phone ping traced back to Ashley Avenue. Police searched but couldn't find any sign of Edwards. Friday, they got a more specific location on Ashley, a duplex, where they found blood evidence of a violent crime. Investigators say McCray's girlfriend told them he went missing Thursday night. He told her he had been at work, but police say he lied because his boss said McCray had not been at work. Some background on McCray: he's a graduate of Ozan High School. He then went on to play football for West Texas A&M in Canyon in 2010 and 2011. But now this one-time standout athlete is a murder suspect. On the right, that's his mugshot, and it's not his first. KFDM reviewing his rap sheet. He was placed on 10 years probation last year in Jefferson County after pleading guilty to aggravated assault. He also has arrests for marijuana, criminal trespassing, and deadly conduct. Laquanta Edwards' body discovered around 8 Friday morning in a grassy area on Front Road near Terrell Park Road. Her SUV was found around 9:45 on Ashley Avenue near 7th in the Oaks Historic District nearby. Beaumont police converged on a large crime scene at a duplex in the 2400 block of Ashley. This is still a developing story, and we will provide any new information as soon as we get it.
On December 6, 2025, family members and friends came together at C.E. King High School in Houston to honor her memory. The balloon release took place at the school where she'd once walked the halls and graduated.
It's truly something nobody could imagine. So unexpected.
12 News received this video from a friend of Laquanta Edwards, whose body was found near Terrell Park on Friday. Edwards was stabbed to death. Last night, her friends and family gathered in Houston at her alma mater, C.E. King High School. They remembered her life with the balloon release.
The gathering brought the community together in grief and solidarity, with everyone focused on supporting Laquanta's 6 children who would now grow up without their mother. Star Faith, who'd known Laquanta since childhood, shared an emotional tribute on social media. She wrote, "I really hate to write this, but I have to show my respect to my girl. Laquanta Edwards was my childhood friend, who stayed across the street from me for years. It breaks my heart to know that you are no longer here with us. Hearing what happened to you truly breaks my heart. You didn't deserve to be done like that. I cannot imagine what you went through, but it breaks me down every time I think of it. I will forever love and cherish the memories we shared. We got these kids just like you had me when I had to cremate my husband. Your village will come through for them. Get your rest, friend. We will get justice for you. Long live Laquanta." Another close friend expressed her devastation online, writing, "You had to be here to understand the relationship me and Laquanta Edwards had. We didn't play about each other, yet stayed arguing like sisters about a bunch of nothing. I'm not okay. I cannot believe this day exists. I want to go back to sleep and wake up from this nightmare. How could someone be so heartless and take such a beautiful soul from 6 babies? I'm sick. Been up and down tripping all night. I am not okay. Lord be with me." Laquanta's homegoing celebration took place on December 20th, 2025, at Lighthouse Missionary Baptist Church in Houston. The date fell just 5 days before Christmas. Laquanta's family had to say their final goodbyes right before what should have been a joyful holiday season. Her family issued a public statement that said, "We are deeply saddened by Laquanta's transition. She leaves behind a host of family and friends, most importantly, her 6 kids. Thanks for all of the support. Now let's see justice served." This tragedy raises serious questions about the 2021 judicial decision regarding Thaddeus's sentencing and whether a different outcome might have prevented this. In the weeks and months leading up to December 2025, Laquanta had been active on social media, sharing posts that gave insight into her mindset and where she was in life. On October 23rd, she posted, "I've never been that weak-minded behind a man, or to say I had a man. I am the man." Another post read, "I'm not pulling up to nobody's mama house and you think we're getting down. I'm good love, good night." 2 days later, she shared a repost that said, "Stop disturbing women you know you ain't ready for." These social media posts painted a picture of where Laquanta stood. She was single, independent, self-sufficient, and focused entirely on herself and her children. she had no patience for drama or relationships that weren't serious. On November 17th, Laquanta wrote, "Just because I carry it so well doesn't mean it's not heavy." Whether these posts were directed at any specific person or situation isn't definitively known, but the tragedy didn't end there. 2 months later, the grief that had shattered Laquanta's family claimed another life. On February 2nd, 2026, Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies were called to a complex located at 9310 North Sam Houston Parkway East, near Wilson. When a deputy arrived on scene, they discovered a teenager seriously injured. He was pronounced gone at the scene. The teen was Thaddeus Edwards, Laquanta's son. Thaddeus had been placed in the care of his aunt following his mother's passing. The circumstances surrounding what happened remain under investigation, but there's been widespread speculation that the immense grief he carried over losing his mother may have played a role in this heartbreaking outcome.
Okay. Afternoon, my name is Sergeant Michael Ritchie, Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide. Ritchie is R-I-T-C-H-I-E. This afternoon, approximately sometime after 2 p.m., 911 call came in to Harris County Dispatch. Sheriff's Office Patrol and EMS were dispatched to this location behind me. And what the call was from an adult female stating that a juvenile male had been shot. Deputies and EMS arrived, and unfortunately, the boy died on scene. From what we understand, he suffered from at least one gunshot wound, and again was not transported and was confirmed on scene. Right now, we're conducting an investigation, of course. From what we understand, the nephew lived at this apartment complex with an adult family member, an aunt, from what we believe. And we believe it was the aunt that called 911. And from what we understand, they were inside, and she was in her room and heard a gunshot, what she thought was a gunshot. And when she came out, she saw her nephew on the floor. We're looking at, we understand that there was possibly some other juvenile boys in the apartment with the complainant, and they left at the time, but from what we understand, they have returned, so we're definitely going to be talking with them. We're going to be reviewing video. The apartment complex management has been cooperative, and they're on their way to let us view the security cameras that are in place here. They have some inside and outside. And again, we're going to speak, my detectives are going to speak to the aunt and to the juvenile males. From what we understand, it's two juvenile males. So unfortunately, 3 juvenile males involved in this situation with 1 deceased. And at this time, it is unclear if this shooting was intentional, accidental, negligent. Again, that's why we're here. We're going to try to discover why that occurred and why, unfortunately, this young boy was shot and killed. So at this time, that's pretty much what we have. We just got here in the last hour, so we'll be out here for a while. And of course, later on, the medical examiner's office will be here to take custody of the juvenile's body. And again, an autopsy will be performed in the next 24 hours to help confirm the cause and manner of death. So really, that's about what we have at this time. Any questions?
Do you believe one of the 2 juveniles who was with the boy shot?
It's possible. It's possible that one of them possibly shot him. It's possible that he accidentally shot himself. So again, we're going to try to determine exactly what happened.
Do you know if the gun belonged to the aunt or to someone else?
We haven't been able to confirm. From what we understand, we don't believe the aunt kept the firearm inside the apartment, but we're not 100% clear on that yet. But again, that's something else we'll be definitely trying to determine is where this weapon came from and who it belonged to and how it got into the hands of these teenagers.
Is there any previous records of any kind of incident in this address before?
From what we understand, no. And actually, when we went inside, management told us that this apartment complex is fairly new. It's opened in the last 6 months. So I don't believe too many calls for service has happened at this location. But as of right now, we're not aware of any past calls for service involving the apartment where this occurred. A lot of times too, when it comes to apartment complexes, it's sometimes difficult to know calls for service at actually which apartment they belong to, because you'll have other people calling on other apartments and they're quite not sure what the apartment that this disturbance or whatever's happening in. But anyways, as far as we know right now, there's no past calls for service involving anyone involved here.
Do you know the ages of those other two juveniles?
I'm not really. We haven't confirmed the specific ages, but I would say they're teenagers and they're not adults. They're juveniles.
Are they all males?
From what we understand, yes, they're all males. I've not been able to put eyes on the two juveniles that left and returned, but from what patrol has told us that they're both male.
I couldn't hear. Was a gun found on the scene?
At this time, I can't confirm, because we've not been able to. I guess, how can I say? We're not allowed to touch the body. So again, we can't confirm if there's a weapon still inside or not. We've not been able to search the area, and again, the body's still there. So we won't officially search or start touching things until the body's removed from the scene. So I can't confirm if there's a weapon still on scene or if it was taken from the scene. Everybody good?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Appreciate y'all.
A GoFundMe was set up to help cover his funeral expenses. Someone writing on behalf of those who loved both Laquanta and Larice shared a message that read, "Today our hearts are breaking all over again. Losing Laquanta Edwards was already more than we could bear, and now her son has been taken from this world too. As painful as this is, I choose to believe that a mother's love is stronger than death itself, that she called her baby home to her, that he is no longer alone, no longer hurting, no longer in a world that has been so cruel to this family. Our hearts are shattered for the family, for the siblings left behind, and for everyone who loved them. This pain is deep, unfair, and devastating. Please keep this family lifted in prayer, surrounded by love, and held with compassion during a time no words can truly heal." 6 children lost their mother in December. By February, 5 siblings were left to navigate life without both their mother and their brother. As of now, Thaddeus McCray remains incarcerated at Jefferson County Jail, with his bond set at $1.5 million. These cases spark conversation for a reason. Be the person to offer help if someone needs it. Trust your instincts and don't ignore warning signs. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one on Crime on Buzz. Thanks for watching.